in with your boy before I start building on the topic for the day. Running on limited time, man. So I got about 35 to 40 minutes to drop the jewels on y'all, man. Give y'all the inspiration and motivation. Then I'm gonna let y'all go about y'all lovely day, man. So hopefully y'all having a fabulous and wonderful Wednesday thus far. Staying healthy, staying peaceful, staying centered, staying balanced, all of that good stuff, man. We gotta chop it up. We gotta talk about this COVID vaccine real quick. And I'm gonna let y'all know what inspired this particular stream, this particular video, man. Somebody hit me with a question, and once again, that inspired me, man. That inspired me to come and vent to y'all real quick. And y'all know how I get when I start venting, man. Y'all know how I can get when I start venting. So this is one of them situations, man, where I gotta vent. It seemed like I'm always venting when it comes to this vaccine, when it comes to COVID and all of that good stuff, man, because this stuff is it really got people acting crazy out here, man. I'm kind of sick of it. Magic Realms, peace, what's going on? It kind of annoys me, man, how everybody is maneuvering and dealing with this whole COVID situation, man, with the vaccines and all that. It's really starting to grind my gears a little bit. Nick, Sweet Tea, what's going on? How y'all living? Like, I don't know if it's me, but CC, peace, what's going on? I don't know if it's me, but I have this is what I have noticed. The people that are receiving the vaccine, it's like once they have received the vaccine, they have become more afraid to be around people. Like, that's not even making sense to me. It's like the people that's getting the vaccine, you supposed to feel as if you protected. What you worried about? But it seemed like the people that's actually getting the vaccine become more afraid after they get the vaccine. So it's like they get the vaccine and they still don't want to be around people. They more afraid to be around people pre the vaccination. Make that make sense to me. If you got the vaccine, the whole purpose of you getting the vaccine was for you to be immune and not be able to get the virus. So once you get the vaccine, why are you concerned about me not having the vaccine? You supposed to be safe. You supposed to be protected. So why are you concerned about me not having the vaccine if you got it? The whole point of you getting it is for you not to be able to get it. So what's crazy is the people that are getting the vaccine, they still concerned about us, the people that are choosing not to remain or not to be vaccinated, and they afraid to be around us. That don't even make any sense. TZ Frank, man, listen, I was just talking about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I was just talking about it. I mean, this is just backwards, man. Can y'all really make this make sense to me? I'm pretty sure y'all can't, because it doesn't make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense. How are you getting the vaccine and you still afraid to be around people? That's the whole point of it. If I know I had immunity from something, I'm not about to be afraid to be around people because I'm immune. I'm not going to contract it. But it's like the people get the vaccine and they be like, well, why are you not getting the vaccine? You need to get your vaccine. I don't want to be around you. I'm going to put the mask on. What was the point of you getting the vaccine? What was the point of you getting the vaccine if you still afraid to be around people? If you still living in fear? What is the point? It's crazy, man. What is the point in that? It makes absolutely no sense. But somebody literally asked me today, they asked, how can I be so comfortable not wearing a mask? And I mean, lady meant no harm. Harmless question. But in my mind, I'm just like, dang. I said, this is what the world's come to. People see you comfortable, thriving, being healthy, walking around without a mask, and they looking at you like you strange. Like, that's odd. Like, how can you feel comfortable walking around with no mask? I simply told her that I'm protected. I do what I need to do to make sure my immune system is straight. I do what I need to do to make sure my heart is straight. I do what I need to do to make sure my blood pressure is straight. So I'm not worried about any of that. So that's how I'm able to walk around without a mask and be protected and be immune, because I do what I need to do. I eat the proper foods. I take the proper herbs and things of that nature. So I'm good. But it's like, that's crazy, man. People legit wonder how you can walk around without a mask and be good out here. And then another thing that's really kind of grinding my gears is the whole fact that people seriously believe that the food that's out here that nature intended for us to consume, along with the herbs, don't contain the essential vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, antioxidants, all of that good stuff to keep our immune system strong, to prevent viruses and things of that nature. People legit don't believe that, but you can believe a vaccine. You can believe a vaccine has the answer to the problem, not the food though. The food that nature intended for us to eat. The food that's been here for how long for us to eat. You don't believe that food will do any good. You don't believe that food will elevate your health. You don't believe that food will protect you. But subconsciously, you know that though. Like when it's time for you to have strong bones, you telling people they need to drink the milk and things of that nature. So subconsciously, you know that you need to eat food. You need to eat certain foods to do certain things as far as the body goes, the physiological makeup go. But when it comes to the immune system, all of a sudden, we forget about the power of what we consume. We act like there are not plenty of studies out here that's letting you know about vitamin C, zinc, all of this good stuff, man, that protects the immune system, that strengthens the immune system, and how you can get an abundance of those vitamins and minerals via the foods, via the fruits and the vegetables. It's like, what do y'all think happens when you consume fruits and veggies? Like, people are forgetting the power in the fruit and the power that's in the veggie. What do y'all think happens when you consume fruits and veggies? What are y'all walking around in fear for, man? All you need to do is consume them fruits and veggies, man, and see how sick you get. See how sick you get. Oh, see, it's definitely, it's one big confusion. It's one big confusion, man. One big confusion. And like I said, it's creating that split, man. People looking at you, like I said, like you got the cooties or something when you say that you don't have the vaccine and you're not planning on getting the vaccine. It's like, again, man, it's like people like throwing shots at you, man, looking at you like you're a straight peasant because it's like, man, I'm not getting this vaccine. I'm not rocking with the vaccine. So they pretty much have succeeded in convincing the masses to get this vaccine. Like, I am not getting the vaccine. I don't need the vaccine. I wasn't sick during the worst of this whole pandemic. Why would I get the vaccine now? I'm not about to go run and get a vaccine, man. All I'm about to do is to continue to do what I was already doing. Obviously, that was working for me. Never got the flu vaccine, never had the flu. So why I'm about to go run and get this COVID vaccine? It's making no sense. Then for the people that's out here getting the vaccine, you getting the COVID vaccine, but guess what? You still eating trash. So that COVID vaccine is not protecting you against heart disease. That COVID vaccine is not protecting you against diabetes. That COVID vaccine is not protecting you against high blood pressure. That COVID vaccine is not protecting you against all these types of cancer out here. So it's like, come on, what are y'all doing? So you finna get this COVID vaccine, but you still finna eat in a way that's making you more susceptible to heart disease. So what's the point? What is the point, man? We are that afraid of making lifestyle changes to the point that we gonna run to vaccines and things of that nature. Man, make the lifestyle changes, man. When you make the lifestyle changes, man, that's your vaccine. That's the only vaccination that exists out here. That's the only vaccination that exists out here. And subconsciously, once again, y'all are telling on yourselves. When you get a vaccine that's promising you immunity to something, yet you still afraid to be around people, then in your mind, like subconsciously, you doubting this vaccine. You doubting the vaccine. If I got something, like the reason why I'm good is because I don't doubt. I don't doubt the way I'm living. I don't doubt the herbs that I'm taking. I don't doubt the foods that I'm consuming. I don't doubt the regimen that I follow. So that's why I'm able to walk around and not live in fear. Whole while y'all done got this vaccine and y'all still afraid to be around the people that ain't got the vaccine because you doubt the vaccine. You doubt the vaccine. You don't believe that vaccine is as powerful as they saying. Hence why you still walking around with your mask and gloves on with a whole vaccine. Meanwhile, I'm taking my elderberry, I'm drinking my smoothies, and I'm walking around mask free with no worry in the world because I know I'm protected, because I know what's in the food that I'm consuming. I know what's in the elderberry that I'm consuming. I know what's in it, so I know that I'm good. I know that what I consume is good for the immune system, and it helps fight off viruses. So when I know that I'm good, I don't have to walk around concerned. I don't have to walk around saying, oh, you didn't get the vaccine, I can't be around you. Let me mask up. I'm good, I'm protected. As I've always said, a disease or a virus and all that cannot thrive in a healthy environment. Can't thrive. So when I keep my inner environment clean, I don't really care about what you do. Just like if you get the vaccine and it supposedly promises you immunity, you shouldn't care whether or not I got it. You should know that you're good. So that's why I'm able to walk around, live the way that I live, be mask free, and not be afraid. Man, I'm not afraid to be around you without your mask on. And I don't have my mask on. I'm not afraid. I'm not living in that fear. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good because I know I'm going to eat the proper way. I'm going to drink the water. And if I'm feeling bad, I'm going to fast. I'm going to do all of that. I already know the remedy. The remedy is in nature. But they trying to make us deviate from that. They trying to make us deviate from that. Thunder Scorpion, what's going on? Oh, CC, most definitely. Most definitely. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like when you clean, ain't no sense of putting that in your system. When you clean, ain't no sense of doing that, man. And Nick, when you was talking about the primary doctors, I've seen that. Not only are the primary doctors doing that, but it's also peer pressure from like family. I got a bunch of people that I'm dealing with, and it's like their sister or their aunt or the uncle. Like these people are putting pressure on them, trying to get them to get the vaccine. Man, you need to get the vaccine. You need to get the vaccine. You need to get the shot. So it's also peer pressure coming from like family members and like friends and things of that nature. So the pressure is real out here, man. Everybody trying to push people to get this vaccine. Everybody. Everybody. Your aunt, your uncle got the vaccine. Now they trying to make you get it. They trying to tell you why you need to get it because of what they doctor said. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all can get it, man, but don't be trying to pressure other people to get it. Like, if we choose not to get the vaccine, let it ride. Let it slide, man. Don't be placing that judgment on us, and don't be trying to force it on us because, again, I'm not budging. I'm not budging. Yeah, Magic Realms. That's actually being said out here, man. People are straight looking at you like you are legit ignorant if you're not getting the vaccine. They looking at you like you legit ignorant if you're not getting the vaccine. Like I can't show and prove the benefits of a lot of these foods that are out here that you can just go to the store and go grab. They act like I can't show and prove the benefits in regards to eating a certain type of way and how it protects your immune system and how it fights off viruses. Plenty of studies out here. So they want to run and talk about science when it comes to vaccine. It's another thing. People only want to use the term science when it's convenient for them. Whole while y'all done been religious y'all whole life, but when it comes to vaccine, getting vaccinated, now y'all want to say what the science says. Y'all don't care about the science when it comes to y'all religion. Y'all don't care about the science when it comes to how to eat. Now you want to care about the science when it comes to getting a shot. So now you want to bring science in and put it in my face. Well, what about the science in regards to how you need to eat? The science says that you shouldn't be consuming that meat. The science says you shouldn't be consuming that cow's milk. The science says you shouldn't be consuming that cheese, those potato chips, that candy, but yet you still doing it. So now you want to tell me what the science says when it comes to a vaccine. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all, man, because I can definitely show and prove the science in regards to the essential vitamins and minerals, and like I said, the phytochemicals and antioxidants that are in these fruits and vegetables, and what that can do to any virus that makes its way into your system, and what it does for the immune system. That's the true science. That's the science that they are trying to suppress. They're not even trying to do it. They have suppressed it. So we can really bring that science to the surface. But y'all want to hit me with science when it comes to a vaccine, but then when it comes to science and other subjects, then y'all don't fool with science. Now, y'all deal with faith. Y'all deal with belief when it comes to stuff like that. Y'all ain't talking all that faith stuff now when it comes to the vaccine. Now y'all deal with science. No, deal with that faith, man. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. What you need a vaccine for? But when it comes to other things, y'all want to talk about faith. Y'all want to talk about all that. But now y'all want to throw science in my face. Come on now. Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion, you already know. Oh, Sasha, most definitely. They already know. They already know. They have done a great job at manipulating the masses, man. That's why, again, like I said, they pretty much got us, man. Every other person I'm coming in contact with either then got the shot, strongly considering it, or lightly considering it. It's a very select few of us, man, that's like we ain't getting it and we ain't budging on it. Very select few. Very select few, man. It's a small percentage, but every other person I'm coming in contact with, they strongly considering it, or they already got it, or they on their way to get it. So like they didn't got us, man. They didn't convince enough people. They didn't convince the right amount of people. Oh, Denise, 100%. And then, like I said, even on top of that, even on top of people still dying from COVID, we still dying from all these other ailments that we can control. So again, I don't care if you feel like this vaccine is protective against COVID. I really don't care, because at the end of the day, all these other ailments that I named killing us more than COVID. Like I said, heart disease, cancers, diabetes, high blood pressure, all that stuff, killing us more than COVID. You can't get a vaccine from that, so you need to make sure you eating right and exact. So y'all getting this shot out here, man, y'all still turning around eating trash, making yourself more susceptible to all these other conditions that I just mentioned. So again, at the end of the day, you really ain't doing anything, man. You just pretty much choosing your poison at this particular point. Yeah, COVID, you ain't gonna get the COVID, but then you finna have this heart attack, you finna have this stroke, you gonna have this cancer, you gonna have this diabetes. Come on now. You change your life, you realize you won't need any of that. You change your life, you realize you ain't gonna need to be on any medication. You ain't gonna need to get any vaccine. Just make a lifestyle change, man. Make a lifestyle change, man. That's like I said, true vaccine. True vaccine is in nature, through the foods that we consume, through fasting. You don't feel good fast. Do like the animals in nature. When you study the animals in nature, and you all feel this way, but when you study the animals in nature, when they don't feel good, they don't eat. They don't eat. They do not want to eat, because they know that the digestive system, that requires energy. So once you consume some food, now you got to process that food, man. You got to absorb that food. You got to digest that food. That requires energy. That requires energy. When you don't feel good, you're trying to preserve that energy. So it's like, if you're not feeling good, refrain from eating. But they done lied to us. They done said, if you don't feel good, then you got to eat. You got to eat, or else you're going to get real weak. No, you don't feel good, you fast, you refrain from food. Don't consume more food until you feel better. But that's the total opposite of what they teaching us out here. That's the total opposite of what they got us doing out here. Again, we feel sick, we feel bad, we go eat. Then when we go eat, we go grab the wrong foods. 99% of the time, we gonna grab the wrong food. So it's like, man, we just gotta we gotta start doing what we naturally would, like what our bodies naturally do. Like when you are sick, you naturally do not have an appetite. You naturally do not want to eat. You force yourself to eat because of conditioning. So now we got to start listening to the body, man. The body is letting you know what it wants. The body is letting you know what it does not want. Like, we got to start listening to the body, man. The body don't want to deal with what we call foreign invaders. And that's what that vaccine is. That's something that's foreign, man. That's something that you don't want inside of you. Point blank, period. And just because it may not affect you immediately doesn't mean it's not going to have any long-term ramifications behind it. So just because you got the vaccine and you feel good today, don't mean 10 years from now you won't necessarily have some type of cancer that can be attributed to. Oh, Sasha, man, yeah, people, yeah, you say COVID now, man, and they gonna get the fact checkers on you, and they may delete the post. They may ban you if you keep talking about COVID in a light in which I'm talking about it. But it is what it is. Nice, yeah, they definitely won't heal that high cholesterol. It won't do it. Won't do it. So I don't care what you think this vaccine is doing. Like, hypothetically speaking, let's say the vaccine works. Let's say the vaccine protects you against COVID. Like I said, it's still not protecting you against all that. It's not protecting you from them bad eating habits. So if you still eating trash and yet you got this shot, like, you still gonna go down from some other cause, and that's gonna decrease the quality of your life. And you don't want to decrease the quality of your life, man. You want to improve the quality of your life. Like, that's what you want to do. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose, living a good quality life. That's the whole purpose of this thing called life, man. We want to live a decent quality life, man, period. Period. So you don't want to consume anything. You don't want to inject yourself with anything that's going to decrease the quality of your life. It's backwards, man. That's not what we striving for. That's not what we aiming towards. Oh, Sasha, 100%, man. Really ain't no telling. Really ain't no telling what this vaccine contains, man. It's really no telling. Really no telling. But I don't even, like, they not going to get the chance to experiment on me. So I don't really care what's in the vaccine. I just know I'm not getting it, just period. Like, I am not getting the vaccine. I don't care how hard they try to push it, how much they try to force us to get it. I'm not getting it, because there's ways around all of that. They can't force us to do anything contrary to what they may want you to believe. Contrary to what they want you to believe, man, they can't force us to do it. It's definitely a way around getting your vaccine. Even if they try to make travel restrictions and stuff like that, it's still a way around it. Because y'all got to understand the way that they made the law. Like, that's why they said, you want to hide something from us, put it in a book. Or if it involves some type of reading, then more than likely we not going to do it. Again, man, you just read the law and study the law, man, you're going to know and understand that you can use that same law that they created against them. So they can't make us do anything according to their law. All we got to do is read the law and study the law. Then we win. We got it. Just got to be willing to fight. They can't make us do anything. They can't make us get that shot. They can't make us get a vaccine. Can't make us do it. Can't make us do it. And that's them. They made the law in that way. So we could definitely use that law against them, man. They can't do it. They can try, but they won't succeed. Yeah, the standard American diet, y'all already know I call that the sad diet, or that's what they call it, the sad diet. You stop eating that, man, your health is gonna go up. Your health is gonna go up, man. You lay off of the foods that I mentioned earlier, man, your health is gonna go up, man. It's gonna be very hard for you to become sick. And then even if you get sick, it's gonna last probably a day or two, So you're not even gonna be sick for a long period of time. And that's another thing that people don't understand. Like, when you eat clean, yes, you can still get sick, but it's about recovery. You're not going to be sick for a long period of time. That's the whole thing about it. Opposed to somebody that's not eating the right way, man, when they get sick, it may take them 7 days to recover from a common cold. If I get that same cold going to come right in, come right out. Going to last a day or two, if that. And I'm not even going to feel that bad. So that's the difference, man. That's why I say we need to just strive for that high quality of life, man. Because again, even if you come in contact with a virus, that virus not going to sit in you that long because it can't thrive in that unhealthy environment. They don't have any food. They don't have any food, man. When you got those toxic cells inside of you, then that virus has food to feast on. It's feasting on those toxic cells, man. So it's able to thrive. It's able to survive and grow. And that's what you don't want, man. So that's why it's always good to cleanse yourself, what we call refinement. And you do that via fasting, man, and just eating clean. So the cleaner you are internally, man, the better you'll be able to cope with what's going on out here, man, in terms of all these viruses, these sicknesses, these ailments, and all of that. So you always want to make sure that internally you are clean. Like I said, we focus a lot on the external. We focus a lot on cleansing the external, but we don't focus enough on cleansing the internal. So we got to focus on refining and cleansing that internal, man, showering the internal. Fast, man. Like I said, take some time off from the food, man. Just take a day or two off from just eating and just drink through that water. Like, that works wonders for you, man. That's one of the age-old remedies for everything. Just fasting. Just refrain. Don't need to eat today. Maybe not tomorrow. I'll probably eat on the third day. Like, fasting, man, works wonders for us. Denise, no doubt, man. Then y'all already know, Tuskegee experiment. Anybody considering the vaccine, is one book that must be read. That's Medical Apartheid. That is a very solid book. So if you considering any type of vaccine, a Medical Apartheid, just read that whole entire book, man. It's just got all experiments that you need. It got all the experiments that you need to study, that you need to know about in that particular book. So if you're considering any type of vaccine, man, read that book. Read that book ASAP. Got all that. It's got all that, man. The way we've been tricked and manipulated into shots and how we'd have been part of experiments where they lacing mosquitoes up and unleashing the mosquitoes in our communities and things like that. Like, that's the type of stuff that they do. That's the type of stuff that they do, man. That's why you can't trust them. That's why you can't trust them with your life. And you are trusting them with your life when you get a vaccine. That's literally what you're doing. You say, here, I trust you with my life. Give me this vaccine. Oh, Sasha, no doubt, man. It's definitely hard to reach the masses. And Eric, no doubt, yeah, that pills are trash, man. Pills are trash. Anything, listen, pills are trash, man. But the thing about it is, what people don't understand is all the pill is doing is basically suppressing the symptom. And people think that that's good. So like, I get a headache and I pop a pill, headache is gone. Therefore, I think pill works. No, pill just got rid of headache. It didn't get to the root cause of why I got the headache in the first place. So the pill, man, them pills are deadly and dangerous, man. Them pills are deadly and dangerous because it's basically bypassing the root cause and going right to the symptom. And you do not want that at all, man. You want to get to the root cause. Why do I have this headache? That's why we got to deal with everything holistically. Those pills are toxic, man. Those pills are toxic. I don't take any type of pill, man. I don't take no type of pain pill, none of that, man. I don't do any of that. Them pills are deadly, man. Them pills are toxic, man. And it can take years for some of them pills to actually leave the system. So it can take years for some of them pills to actually get eliminated from the system, man. A lot of people don't be understanding that. So them pills are dangerous, man. They suppressing them symptoms, but not getting to the root cause of why you are experiencing the symptoms in the first place, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous, man. People don't understand that those symptoms are good signs. Those symptoms are natural. When you get a headache, that's a natural sign. You getting that headache because your body is letting you know that something is wrong. So I got to speak to you to let you know something is wrong. Therefore, here come the headache. So that's a good sign. So when you keep suppressing these signs, like, your body gonna start speaking to you when it needs to speak to you. And then next thing you know, the next symptom you get gonna be something that's massive because you keep shutting off that pain signal, which is the headache. That pain signal is letting you know that, hey, something is wrong. You need to do something different. But we trying to suppress that pain signal to the point where our body becomes immune to that. So then next thing you know, we done had a massive heart attack. And people act like the heart attack came out of nowhere. No, the heart attack didn't come out of nowhere. The heart attack came from years of you suppressing those symptoms via those pills. So now your body stopped talking to you. Your body stopped letting you know that things was wrong because you kept giving it the pills. So then the next time your body talked to you, all of a sudden now you boom, heart attack. So no. That's a good sign. That's letting you know that your body is functioning when you get that headache. It's because your body is like, something wrong, headache. That don't mean something wrong, headache, take a pill. No, that's not what that means at all. Thunder Scorpion, I'm not for anybody getting the vaccine. I'm anti-vaccine 1,000%. I'm a 1,000% against vaccines. Like, that's one part of the game where I'm 1,000% against, simply because of the field that I study in regards to health, nutrition. I know and understand that it's unnecessary, especially the things that the vaccines are supposedly promising. You can literally get all of those benefits, even the children and the newborns. You can receive all of those benefits and protection without a vaccine. Long as you do what you need to do. Like 100%. Like, it's nothing that these vaccines can protect you from that you can't protect yourself from via just taking care of yourself and taking care of your babies and your kids. Making sure that they do what they need to do. 100%. Like I said, I received several vaccines as a child, and I experienced the adverse side effects from them. Things didn't start improving for me until I actually started changing the way that I was eating. You literally can't, like, the reason why I'm so against it, man, because you literally can't, like, listen, when it comes to everything that the body needs to be strong and healthy, you can find that in all of the foods out here. You can find that in all of the foods, from all the essential vitamins and minerals, everything that the body needs, everything that the immune system needs to be strong and healthy. You can literally find it in foods and herbs out here. Literally. So with that being known and understood, for me, I don't need any type of vaccine at all. Like at all. And I'm not for the babies getting them. I'm not for the kids getting them. 1000%. Like I'm not rocking with anybody. I'm not advocating anybody get any type of vaccine. It's just, to me, not necessary, especially when you do what you need to do. When you do what you need to do, you pretty much protected. Because even in that sense, like I said, we still got all these other ailments that we must be protected from. So again, the best thing to do to prevent all of this is to just change the way that you are eating and living. So you can get a million different vaccines, but you still got to worry about cancer. They not going to give you no vaccine for no heart disease, cancer, diabetes. Like these are things that we got to protect ourselves from via the lifestyle choices. So when you make those lifestyle choices, man, you pretty much setting yourself up for protection just by making those lifestyle changes. So that's how I view that. That's how I view that, man. I know for a fact that some of those shots messed me up as a youngin'. Know that for a fact. Getting all them hepatitis shots, man, that stuff had a negative impact on me. Stuff had negative impact on me, man. Like I know that for a fact. So I'm all good, man. I suggest people do things holistically. That's the route that I suggest people travel. I feel like you cannot beat that path. You cannot beat that route. Because again, you get more bang for your buck when you take a holistic approach. Like I said, when you take a vaccine approach, you only tend into one virus. You only tend into one sickness, one ailment, one whatever. When you take a holistic approach, you prevent yourself from getting a multitude of different things because it's holistic. So I'm not just protecting myself from one virus. When I take the holistic approach, I'm protecting myself from almost everything. So that's why I always feel like you can't lose with the holistic approach, because you're not just focusing on one virus, one ailment. Like, nah, like you gonna end up having to get a million different shots to protect yourself from all this stuff that's out here. When you take the preventative measures via what you eat, you good. You good. All right, Denise, you said what's an example that you can directly relate to having received vaccinations? Oh, I can give y'all several examples of not only vaccinations, but I had a cavity as a youngin', and I got the mercury filling. I can guarantee you that I experienced like some brain damage. Y'all know the mercury messes with the brain. So I can attribute a lot of issues I have mentally with that mercury filling that I got. So I got the mercury filling as a youngin'. And now when you do the knowledge of mercury filling, even the doctors and whatnot know how bad the mercury filling is. Yet that's what they was giving us. I had that mercury filling, and I had that in me for some years, man, all the way up until my 20s. So I had that from like single digit to my 20s. So the mercury filling, before I even get to the vaccine, the mercury filling, I already know messed up my brain, messed up the mental. I already know. Probably more like the temper issues that I have and like the anger issues that I have, that I wrestled with all my life. A lot of that is attributed to that mercury filling. I know that for a fact. And then when I was getting those hepatitis shots, man, like every time, I kid you not, the more shots I got, the sicker I became, because I always stayed sick. And it seemed like every other shot I got like that, I became sicker. I was getting sick, man. I stayed sick. I stayed sick and I stayed getting shots. And every time I would go to the doctor, they would recommend me get a different type of shot. But I stayed getting sick. Like my immune system was getting weaker and weaker with every shot that I was getting. And I paid attention to that. Man. I kid y'all not, man. I stayed getting sick. It didn't take much for me to get sick. If I was around somebody that was sick, I was going to get sick. When the weather changed, I was going to get sick. So I know all of that was weakening my immune system. I know that for a fact. It was weakening my immune system. And I know for a fact that it led to some issues with me mentally. Some things that I just paid attention to, like after I received the vaccine, just mental, man. Just the way that my mental was shifting after I would get the vaccine on top of the mercury feeling that I had, man. That was dangerous. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous combination. That mercury filling is trash, man. And I literally had that for like over 10 years. Over 10 years, I had the mercury filling. Y'all know how dangerous mercury is. They'll tell you right now, if you look up fish, they'll tell you right now, watch your consumption of fish because of the mercury. Yet they gave me a whole mercury filling, got you walking around with the mercury filling in your mouth. We know how toxic the heavy metals can be. But I know for a fact my immune system was getting weaker and weaker by the moment, man, by the minute. And I was getting shot after shot after shot. And it seemed like it would get weaker and weaker. I would stay sick longer and longer, man. And that's stuff that I noticed. I was getting like night sweats, all that type of stuff. Man, headaches, nosebleeds, like all of this stuff started really happening after I was getting these vaccines. Because it was like a stretch in my life, man, where I got like several shots in a row. And I don't even know what some of those shots were, man. They was just like telling me I need a shot for this, telling me I need a shot for that. Man, I stayed in the doctor's office, man. So this is why I had a perspective that I have in regards to doctors, because I literally feel like they messed me up. But it was a stretch in my life, man, when I think I was like a teenager or whatever. And I stayed going to the doctor. It seemed like every time I was going, man, they was giving me shot after shot. And that's when I started getting those headaches, those consistent headaches, those unexplained nosebleeds and stuff like that. That's when I started experiencing all of that. And I couldn't explain, like, man, what I'm getting these nosebleeds for, man? What's going on? Justin, Swag, peace, what's going on? Natural Mystic, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, Anais, man, they got me, man. They had me with the mercury feeling, man. I know that feeling. Man, that feeling, listen, mercury is linked to all type of mental conditions, man. It's linked to all type of brain damage. Yet that's what I had. I had that mercury feeling for a long time. And I know that mercury feeling is responsible for a lot of like the issues that I deal with like mentally, man, as far as like the short temper, man, just the anger and things like that. They talk about football players and CTE. Let's talk about the mercury feelings and the brain damage that caused. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk, but they don't want to focus on that. They don't want to do studies on people's brain that had the mercury. Like, they don't want to do that. The mercury feeling. Sharif, man, peace, what's going on? And yeah, nice, man. That's why I just got bad experiences with doctors, man. That's why I don't too much rock with them. That's why I don't really care for what they say, because they didn't have me out here near death, man. Them doctors, of course you can say I had bad doctors, but it is what it is, man. I don't need them. I improved my life myself. So that's why I have the outlook that I have. No doctor helped me, and I stayed going to doctors. I was one of the ones that when I experienced an ailment, I told my people, man, I need to go to the doctor. Like, I was one of those kids, man, because I stayed sick. So I put my trust in the doctors early. I was like, man, look, hey, I ain't breathing right. I need to go to the doctor. That's why I stayed in the doctor's office, man, because I was like, man, when I didn't feel good, I let people know immediately. And I was like, man, we got to go to the doctor. I got to go to the doctor, man, I ain't feeling right. So I trusted the doctors at an early age, and they let me down, man. I didn't improve under their guidance. Like, I didn't improve at all. And I kept going to them, and I was having ailment after ailment. Oh, Thunder Scorpion and religious beliefs, yeah. Matter of fact, that's one of the ways to get up out the situation for real. You can cling to that. If you don't want to get the vaccine, you can always say it's against your religion. I can make a religion. They're going to have to give me the freedom of religion in this mug. So if I want to dodge the vaccine, all I got to say is it's against my religion. Oh, yeah, Sasha, yeah, research is dead. And Sharif, man, 100%. 100%. That's when I started to see changes. Honestly, when I started self-diagnosing myself, man, when I just started to pay attention to my own body, that's when I started to see the changes. I can't tell you last time I got a headache. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, I used to get headaches all the time. I used to get headaches every other day. Like, I used to get headaches frequently. And I'm talking about as a young bull. That wasn't normal and that wasn't natural. But what do you do when you go to the doctor and you telling them you getting headaches? They gonna try to prescribe you some type of pill. That's it. They not trying to get to the root cause of why you getting a headache. Nope, they don't care about that. They say, oh, headache, here, take this. Oh, nosebleeds, here, take this. That's all they cared to do. Denise, and that don't surprise me. That don't surprise me. They definitely get attitudes, especially when you come in there thinking, hey, thinking that you know something, knowing that they don't know what they talking about. They can't handle that. And Tony, see, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's why one of the worst things you could do, like if you dealing with like cancer, the worst thing you can do is, now again, some people survive it, man. Some people hit remission or whatever the case may be under their guidance. But like, man, the worst thing you can do, man, is just allow them to guide you through the process of battling cancer. Because that's depressing, man. They basically tell you you don't have any hope. I watched my whole uncle pass from cancer because they basically didn't get this man any hope. Like, just giving him a little hope that he could survive it would have did wonders for him. But they was like, man, at tops at max you might make it 6 months. He believed it. He accepted it. And that's essentially what happened. It's essentially what happens, man. There's plenty of evidence, there's plenty of research out here, man, of people that don't reverse these conditions, man, naturally and holistically. This is not pseudoscience. You can literally read the books. You can literally find the articles out here, man, of the people that done reversed all of these conditions, man. So again, it's not pseudo. It's not artificial. It's not hard to find. So it shouldn't be a situation where you don't have hope that you can beat something, man, because there's plenty of people that did it, and they ain't no different than you. But when you let these doctors guide you, they gonna eliminate all your hope. They gonna tell you there ain't no chance. They gonna tell you, nah, man, you only got 6 months. And then when you accept it because you trust them, then it's probably gonna manifest. Yeah, Justin, I got that charcoal joint. Yeah, I got the charcoal joint. I don't rock with any type of deodorant that got the aluminum in it. And that's another thing I used to get, man. I'm telling you, my body is sensitive, man. That's another reason why I ain't rocking with no vaccine. But man, when I used to get those swollen lymph nodes under my arms all the time. And I'm like, man, why is this happening? Nobody was able to give me a simple answer. Simple answer is the aluminum that's in the deodorant. Nobody was telling me that though. Nobody was giving me that game. All I had to do was do the knowledge, say, oh, okay, it's aluminum in this deodorant. That's what's causing the problem. The moment I switched over to deodorant that was aluminum free, I no longer had that issue. Soon as I would use deodorant, bro, I had a swollen lymph node instantly, like the next day. Underarm hurting. I'm like, man, what's going on? And I'm asking people, man, they don't know. They don't have any recommendations or suggestions, man. Once I start studying, I say, okay, it's the aluminum. Okay, that's what's causing the problem. My body's sensitive, man. I can't put nothing foreign into my body or on my body. It's going to respond immediately. And that's what it did with the deodorant. To this day, if I go get a deodorant right now that got aluminum in it, I have a swollen lymph node tomorrow. I promise you that. Beautiful Goddess Keys, peace. What's going on, Queen? Oh, Sasha, 100%, man. That's like one of the best things you can do is refuse some of these doctors' orders, man, and do things on your own. Surround yourself with peaceful people and then just change the way that you eating, do some fasting, detoxing, all of that, man. That's your best bet. It's your best bet. The whole process of chemotherapy in and of itself is depressing and stressful. And then it's just toxic with the radiation. So it's like, I don't even wish that on anybody. Just take the holistic approach, man. That's just a better situation, man. Better vibe, better environment for you when you do it the right way. That chemo process is stressful, man. I have literally seen it suck the life out of people. I have watched a few people over the years die of cancer, and I watched the chemo process suck the life out of them, suck them dry. They lost all hope of living. The chemo literally killed them. Literally. The chemo literally killed them. Swag Youssef, nope, I haven't taken that. But when I was getting nosebleeds, they was recommending stuff like that. Oh, Max 701, man, always, man. Every time I'm in a room with people and I talk about not needing to eat meat, not needing to eat cheese, or dairy products and drink the milk and even eat eggs, man, it's always, for one, I'm always the odd one in the room. Everybody else is going to tell you that you need to eat meat and they're going to try to give you the benefits of the meat. So then everybody becomes a dietitian or a nutritionist and things of that nature. Even though those labels don't really mean much, because those labels, what people don't understand, those labels have been backed by the meat and dairy industry. So a lot of these people that have the label of dietitian and nutrition, like some of their certifications have been funded or supplied by like the meat and dairy industry. So they, of course, about to be out here giving you the information in regards to things that support the consumption of meat, dairy, eggs, and all of that, because that's who's supplying them and funding the certification program. So again, when you find somebody that's labeled a nutritionist, more than likely they're gonna be advocating meat and dairy and all of that, because again, that's who funding their whole certification program. So everything that they gotta study to pass their exam is going to be things that praise the consumption of meat, dairy, and eggs. Yes, man, Sasha, I'm telling you, man, I know I had like some nerve damage and all that, man. It's just like some personal things that I experienced once I started getting these vaccines, once I started putting my trust into these doctors, man. It was just, my body literally was just changing, and it wasn't changing for the better. Wasn't changing for the better at all, man. So that's how I'm like, nah, I don't fool with none of that. I don't fool with none of that, man. Like I said, my body is sensitive, and I like that about my body because it lets me know. It lets me know out the gate that something ain't right. Out the gate. Jay, peace, what's going on? Oh, Tony, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, if you got the vaccine, man, you should have no worries in the world. You should be good. The whole purpose of you getting the vaccine was not to worry about little old me that chose not to get vaccinated. According to you, I can't do you any harm because you got the vaccine. You are immune, so stop worrying about me. Like I said, people that got the vaccine and they have become more afraid to socialize. Like that's backwards. You supposed to get the vaccine. You should be like, all right, we good to roll now. It's the whole point. You done got the vaccine and you're more afraid of life. Like I said, man, I'm walking around good, man. For one, it's mental. So I don't even think about getting sick. People don't understand that they actually create conditions for them to be sick via just thinking about it. When you walk around afraid of a virus, when you walking around in fear of a virus, like you actually creating the conditions internally for you to contract the doggone virus and attract the virus to yourself. Stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about the virus and see that you get it. Man, I don't even worry about I'm not concerned about COVID like that. I don't live in fear. I don't go out in places like, man, I hope I don't get COVID tonight. I don't do that, man. I just go out here and I live life. I do what I need to do and I protect myself. Literally, man, if you worry about something, man, you're going to create conditions for that in which you are worrying about to manifest. So stop worrying about it, man. You giving it energy. What you focus on grows. That includes that fear, that worry, that concern. So when you worried about something and you keep focusing on it, it's going to grow. Y'all don't understand that living in fear and being worried all the time is toxic. So having a toxic environment is making you more susceptible to all these ailments. So stop living in fear. Stop being worried all the time. Stop being concerned all day. Like that's not making your immune system any stronger. So stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop living in fear, man. Just do what you need to do and go about your life. Know and understand that nothing can harm you. You live like that, man, I guarantee you, you'll be good. That's another reason why I'm just protected and why I can walk around freely, because I'm not concerned about it. I'm not concerned about COVID out here. Every time I step out the house, I'm not like, man, I hope I don't get COVID. Like, that's not me. It's not me. I step out the house like, all right, I got to do what I got to do. I'm about to go make this move. I'm about to make that move. I ain't really worried about it. Freezing the game, trust me, I know. Man, y'all know my granny passed, man, pretty much of diabetes. She had a stroke, but it was related to diabetes. Y'all best believe I tried to drop some game to her, man. But at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want to do. People gonna do what they want to do. We can't save. People say we can't save everybody. You can't save anybody. Really, people gotta save themselves at the end of the day. Even if you drop jewels on them, man, it's up to them whether or not they want to receive the jewels and implement them. So that's you saving yourself, man. So at the end of the day, I can't save anybody. They can only save themselves. So period, man. Self-savior. So people just got to save themselves, man. Saving somebody is not my responsibility. And that's just a reality. Jay, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to do the knowledge to that because that's pretty interesting. Nias, man, I can imagine just based off of the, you know what I'm saying, the things that you be talking about that you doing. I can imagine the immune system getting stronger, man, and that's all it's about. Naturally boosting that immune system. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion, man. I'm not good. I'm not good enough to be anybody's savior, man. So that's not my responsibility. That's not my duty, not my job, not my task, and I'm not gonna make it that. So it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, people are going to do what it is that they want to do. And what's crazy is a lot of people, we make the statement and we say, well, it takes for like a crisis for some people to make changes. Keyword, some people. 9 times out of 10, man, people still don't make changes. You know how many people I have seen get diagnosed with all type of ailments and they still continue on with the bad habits that they were indulging in before they got diagnosed with the situation? Like getting diagnosed with a situation ain't gonna automatically make somebody shift overnight, man. It's not gonna happen. Some people it does, but for the most part, people go right back to their bad habits. They go right back to now I'm gonna die anyway mentality. Or it's just my time to go mentality. So for the most part, that doesn't even inspire enough people to change, man. So to me, that's dead, man. It really don't even take that crisis for some people to change because they still don't change. Like I said, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to wake up one day and just say, man, I need to do better, and you act on that. It's the only way you're gonna change. That's the only way that you truly gonna change, man. I changed when I realized I had to. That was it. I realized I had to, man. I realized I had to change. That's when I changed. That is literally when I changed, man. Like it was literally that simple for me. But all right, y'all, man. I got a client that's pulling up kind of late in the building. But I'm going to go ahead and tap out, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in and tuning in. I'm going to probably catch y'all again Friday because tomorrow going to be busy. Brother turning 40, got to celebrate it. But I'm going to catch y'all, man. Y'all be easy out here. Peace.